Coming to you from our beautiful new campus in downtown Santa Fe, welcome to ArtSpring Generate, our 11th annual fundraising showcase designed to support the students and programs at the New Mexico School for the Arts. We are so happy you could join us tonight for this showcase. So come on in as we show you some of the amazing work we have been creating just for you.
Well, it's an uphill battle when it rains on your parade. You want the sunny weather, but the sky keeps giving shade. Still you stand strong and keep love on your side. Smiles all the while, just enjoying the ride. So sit back and slow down. Take a minute to learn what hardship is all about. Embracing the struggle all together. And the love is gonna prove that we can make it through whatever. Ain't it a beautiful sign? Ain't no limit what we can do with all our powers combined. Ain't it a beautiful sign? Ain't no limit what we can do with all our powers combined. So give love, oh, we're in it together. Give love, we got each other forever. Give love, it's up all we can see. Keep up the love, we can do anything. Give love, oh, we're in it together. Give love, got each other forever. Give love, face up all we can see. Keep up the love, we can do anything. You just come to me whenever you got a problem. I'll listen happily, and I know whenever I'm feeling low, you gon' be there for me like I was there before. Ain't it a beautiful sight? Ain't no limit what we can do with all our powers combined. Ain't it a beautiful sign? Ain't no limit what we can do with all our powers combined. So give love, oh, we're in it together. Give love, we got each other forever. Give love, the face of it all we can see. Keep up the love, we can do anything. Give love, oh, we're in it together. And we got each other forever. Give love, the face of it all we can see. Keep up the love, we can do anything. The L-O-V-E gonna get us through because you got me and I got you. The L-O-V-E gonna get us through because you got me and I. Come on and sing it, y'all. L-O-V-E gonna get us through because you got me and I got you. I said the L-O-V-E gonna get us through because you got me and I got you.
My name is Rowan Janssens, and I'm a senior in the theater department. I am so excited to welcome you to ArtSpring Generate. And I'm also extremely happy to be back in person at NMSA. I wish you could have seen that first day. All we wanted to do was hug our friends, which of course we couldn't, and to dive back into our academics and our arts in person, which we did. The energy was like this crazy electrical charge, and I can still feel it in the air every day I come to school. And the other thing we did, we jumped right into preparing for this ArtSpring show. You all probably know that ArtSpring is our biggest fundraiser of the year. It allows us to create our art, whether it's with an instrument or paints, in ballet shoes or jazz shoes, or on the stage or on the page. And it's your generosity that makes that happen. For all of you who have supported our school or plan to tonight, I know I speak from every student at NMSA when I say thank you from the bottom of our hearts. And also a huge thank you to one of our biggest cheerleaders, Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham.
Hello, it's Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham. I'm so grateful for this opportunity to join you all virtually for the ArtSpring Showcase to celebrate New Mexico School for the Arts and its many talented students and educators. Before the pandemic, I had the opportunity to tour NMSA and visit with students from all across New Mexico who shared their passion for the arts with me. During my visit, I was incredibly impressed by the students' dance and music performances, as well as their virtual arts displays. As a blue ribbon school, New Mexico School for the Arts continues to deliver for its students because of its 110% commitment to the arts. We know that instruction becomes more effective when educators integrate creative activities and make them central to educational content and experience. Across academic disciplines, including STEM, having a strong emphasis on drawing, painting, music, drama, and other creative pursuits, we know unequivocally helps students to use their imagination so that they can actively engage with their concepts and discover new connections between ideas. All that said, arts matter in the classroom. So, congratulations to the New Mexico School for the Arts and their students. We honor you and your accomplishments and your contributions. I look forward to visiting with you again soon, and I hope again directly on the New Mexico School for the Arts campus. Thank you.
My name is Elsa Sanchez. I am a senior in the music department. Both of my parents are Mexican immigrants. I'm a first-generation American and also the first person in my family to ever go to college. I didn't think I would get to this place. I don't know how I did it, just through hard work and perseverance. A lot of it I had to do on my own. Although my parents were there to support me, it was a lot of me finding the way for myself. Being at NMSA has really helped me find these opportunities for scholarships, whether it be the teachers looking through and sending me the application forms and things like that. I actually got to be a part of the Simon Scholar Charitable Foundation, which is a foundation focused on lower income first generation students to help them prepare for college and just help them get to college. And if it were not for NMSA, I would not have been able to be a part of the program because they only partner with certain schools. With NMSA's dual credit program and their partnership with IAI, I was really able to expand my horizons and just use it to my advantage. I started taking a couple business classes just to boost my GPA, and that's when I ended up taking all 8. In the spring, I will graduate with a business certificate from IAI and my high school diploma from NMSA. I have applied to 25 different colleges and I have gotten into every single college I've heard from. If it weren't for your contribution to NMSA, I would not have been able to accomplish any of this.
El mundo parece distinto cuando no estás junto a mí.
Isabella! Isabella! Isabella!
Flavio!
Isabella!
Silvio!
Isabella!
Flavio? No, Flavio! Silvio!
Isabella! Isabella!
Isabella!
Isabella! Oh, Dottore, I love her, but she loves another.
Yes, I know.
Oh, but I love her.
Yes, I know.
Oh, please help me.
Amor es turpis.
Huh? I don't understand French. Help me, please.
I have an idea. I will make you a love potion with the most brilliant golden yellow color, and I will give it to San Pedro to give to Isabella to drink at the celebration tonight, and she will fall in love with you. But you must make sure that you are nearby so that you are the first one she sees. Al dente fortuna iuat.
Oh, Dottore, I too am in love, but not with my wife Columbina. I pine for the lovely Isabella, but she seems to like my silly son Silvio. Give me a love potion. I will pay you well, so that Isabella forgets that boy, falls in love with me. Then I will truly be the wealthiest man.
That doesn't seem right somehow. He seems well a bit old. But money is money, and alia iacta est. So what the hey? I will make you a love potion with the most brilliant emerald green color, and I will give it to Zan Paolo to give to Isabella to drink at the celebration tonight, and she will fall in love with you. But you must make sure that you are nearby so that you are the first one she sees. Creo quia absurdum est.
Pantalone!
Oh,
Husband, what nonsense are you up to now? You need to come home at this instant and finish your chores. I have been waiting for over an hour, and I have a honey-do list a mile long. Now, come along. Stop wasting the excellent doctor's time. Go!
Columbina! Hey-ho, Doctore! I have an important matter I wish to speak to you about.
ah.
I am in love with the fair Columbina, but she has eyes for no one, not even her miserly husband. By the way, you'll not get a penny out of him. See, I want her to love me. Say, give me one of those love potions so that she will fall in love with me.
Well, now, look here. I can't just keep giving out love potions all willy-nilly.
Willy-nilly? Willy-nilly? Who are you calling willy-nilly? I'm El Capitano, Don Giovanni, De Bernardi, De Sebastiani, De Magnifico of the first rank. How dare you?
Whew. Of course. After all, you are the bravest. Yes. Oh. I will make you a love potion with the most brilliant azure blue color, and I will give it to Zan Giorgio to give to Columbina to drink at the celebration tonight, and she will fall in love with you. But you must make sure that you are nearby so that you are the first one she sees. In absentia, luci tenebrae vincont. Ah, love, a most splendid thing. I must find those Zanes and their fearless leader Arlecchino and get to work on these love potions. Ubi amor, ibi dolor.
My name is Romy Gates, and I am a senior in the dance department. Living in Taos, I was scared of leaving my home and, living in a dorm and leaving my mom, and so at the time, I was like, no, that's not where I want to go. And my mom was like, no, you're going to go there. So I ended up going, and honestly, it was the greatest decision of both her and my entire life. So I found that balance of, you know, some long nights, but also just learning that putting your priorities first are important. I applied to the United States Coast Guard Academy. The Coast Guard Academy has a really wonderful bachelor's in marine and environmental science, but it also has a little taste of everything I've always wanted to be. So it has a wonderful varsity level tennis program, and it has a dance program, and I've always wanted to help the world in some way, and joining the Coast Guard would mean that I'm helping serve and protect our waters, and that's just something that I've always wanted to do. My heart is so big and so thankful for the fact that I get to do all of these amazing things because of you, and I am where I am today because of you.
Come on, Zombies! Zombies! You idiots!
Arlecchino, now I must be off, so I will have you explain the potions to the Zombies. Yellow is for Flavio to give to Isabella. Green is for Pantalone to give to Isabella. And blue is for Capitano to give to Colombina. Now, is that clear?
Yes, of course. Do you think I'm not listening or daft?
I can explain it again if you like.
No, I've got this. Be on your way.
Oh, well, thank you. And, goodbye. Aquila non capit muscas.
Come on, Zombies! Get over here! I have an important mission for you! Yes, boss, ready! Yes, boss, ready! Yes, boss, ready! There are some silly people in love with the wrong silly people, and we are here to help them. San Pedro, you are to give the yellow potion to Flavio. San Paolo, you are to give the green potion to Pantalone. And San Giorgio, you are to give the blue potion to Capitano. Did you get all that? Yes, boss! Now, this is very important work on your hands and my reputation on the line. You got it? Yes, boss! Yes, boss! I like the blue one. I like the yellow one. I like the green one. Let's switch!
Dear Denny's, I love you. 3 of us mascara for asphalt sisters took the back way out. Clanking across father's scrap metal, we were tin sheet left for parts, reflecting moonlight. I skinned my knee on a stray nail, bled all the way across eternity in short shorts and a borrowed baggy hoodie, just to see you. We made for the road, weaving through witching hour sun. Street lights illuminate decade-old Cerrillo smoke that rises to the stars. Santa Fe, you know she wouldn't be complete without her stars. Then we saw you, glistening cherry milkshake red, flickering butter yellow, walking through your dust-encrusted doors. I knew I found sanctuary. We knew we found unconditional embrace in your cracked leather booths. Your chili stain menu held scripture, held instruction to live one last miraculous life. Coffee with cream and an order of fries. Call it elixir, call it potion or poison in the cauldron a coyote's feast. Our lips graced in silver grease. We cackled our last howl when milk dribbled down the corner of wooden print mortality. Beckoning daylight to shadow. At the break of dawn, you held us.
cloud floating. Don't be shy to enjoy life. Don't ever let it pass you by. I just wanna fly free, to feel the wind surround me. We can trust each other to hold up one another. I wanna be weightless. Let's be weightless. I wanna feel weightless. Let's be weightless.
Emma, here. You remember who we give these bottles to? No, I don't remember who we give these bottles to. Just give it to the most attractive person you see. You go first. Go. All right.
May I propose a toast? A toast to love.
Amor es fili, es tele, es fecundissimos. My work here is done.
You're so lovely. Oh, so pretty. I love you.
I am Felix Galvin and I am in 12th grade. My mom, being an art teacher, always sort of encouraged me in my pursuit of the arts, and she was actually the first one who told me about NMSA and really encouraged me to apply. And it just seemed like a really cool program with 3 hours of art a day. Being a visual artist and working mainly in sculpture, generating to me is to sort of to have an idea and to make it a reality, whether it's a play, a painting, a song, or whatever, just sort of the act of creating and creating something that is yours. The entire time going to NMSA in person, I commuted, and it was about an hour-and-a-half commute in each direction, so that was definitely a challenge. NMSA definitely gives the student a leg up in the arts and preparing for college. I mean, they have us building our portfolios and looking at different colleges right from the get-go. They have us going to college fairs to see all the options, to see what really we want to pursue going forward. So they really give us the time to make that decision of what we want to do going forward after college. Having a range of teachers from different backgrounds who can show us different materials and mediums and different ways of creating. I never felt tied down in my arts classes. It was like there's always something to do and a little further to go in some area. I've won 5 Gold Key Awards in sculpture from the Scholastic Art and Writing Awards. And one thing that is really unique about NMSA's program is the amount of art exhibitions that we get to be a part of. And I think at my time at NMSA, I've been a part of like 14 exhibitions. And I've even been able to sell a lot of my work at these exhibitions.
Autophobia. Noun. Morbid fear of solitude. Most humans don't like to be left alone for long periods of time. I know I don't. I mean, nothing does. But if you think about it, the entire universe is inherently conspiring to bring things together. Imagine for a moment that you're a quark, a teeny tiny elementary particle, not a care in the world. It would be nice, until you realized how lonely you were. Thank goodness for the strong nuclear force. Now all the quarks can be friends with one another and make a proton. Just one lonely proton zooming through space-time. Thank goodness for electromagnetism. Now you can be friends with electrons and even other atoms. Surely you'll never be lonely again. I mean, now you're part of a whole molecule. But even a molecule can get lonely sometimes. Good thing there's gravity. Now, all of the molecules can clump together and be happy, right? Yeah, the molecules clump together to form the whole planet, to form you and me, to form everything around us. So how come we are lonely then? I mean, in just one person, there are about 14 with 28 zeros after it quarks having the most amazing date ever. But we still get lonely sometimes. After all, you are just one quark in one nucleon, in one atom, in one molecule, in one person, on one planet, in one galaxy, in one universe. Thank goodness for the force of love.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Poem for a Teardrop. 1. Something I needed to say. The last leech on my cheek, I spread my gum into lassitude, spit my bone into leisure, rip my flesh from the melody. To fill a body with goosebumps is to say, a thread woven down the spine cannot be tethered to another person, but the spigot of your heart can be spread to each blade of grass growing inside of it. 2. Something I needed to write. A tarnished taboo to be reckoned with, tilted talisman of a body, turmoil thawing out your restlessness. Trust in the pen is a tempt shiver, a constant questioning of what line should go next, teeter, stumble over terse, words become the task your throat, tacks and needles, and one drop is a good enough tirade. 3, something that's pulling me. 4. 5. Scoff, scour, scorn my insides like cadmium bubbling seamlessly throughout my stomach. Steady. A bridge of sham semantics of our synergy, a meander of syntax severing a word in half. Confessional dialect emptier than the verbiage of what it feels like to necromance the soil of your body. I wish for salt to crawl out of my eyes if I can ever feel your skin again. 6. A dreamy quiet casted for the two of us. Be, and I shall hunt for shelter. The peace is vindictive, a vivid vibration of the kin. My body, your body, a new vernacular, the way I monologue over your tremble, jargon with the garner of your thoughts. We, together, and if you shall leave, I'll forever tango with teardrop.
me and then he tells me that he's doing it for my own good. That someday I'll thank him. And then he turns around and he walks back up those stairs real slow.
My name is Lucy Shattuck, and I am a senior in the theater department. I will be attending the University of Denver in the fall, and I hope to major in film production and minor in theater. One of the accomplishments I would say is that I received the Davis, New Mexico scholarship. It's a full ride scholarship for all 4 years of college.
Wesley and I are joined by the bonds of love, and you cannot track that.
The neutral blacks, they represent a clean slate. It's where we're able to step into a space and be able to be molded into someone new, into a new person, a new character. And we're ready to be engaged and ready to get to work. You know, I thought I was just going to want to be an actor, but now I want to expand even more. You know, I want to become a director and a screenwriter and a producer. You know, there's so many options out there for us. For my career, I want to make a film production company here in New Mexico. I can now take the knowledge to the next step and bring change, bring more diversity and equality into the film industry with the knowledge that I've gained. Thank you.
What did I tell you? I have some pretty talented friends. I'm so glad that you could join us for tonight. I want to thank all of you so much for tuning in and supporting New Mexico School for the Arts. Your contributions mean the world to us, and it allows us to have a school where we can come to, where we can be creative every single day. And now, I'd like to introduce someone who has lived and breathed creativity every day of his life. Someone who believes in NMSA as much as I do.
This is Robert Redford. The role of art in education played an important role in shaping my life and my career. When I was a young student in the 3rd grade, I loved to draw and tell stories, telling stories through those drawings. I was fortunate to have a teacher who recognized my interest, and she encouraged and supported me, and for all that, I will be grateful. I've seen firsthand the work of New Mexico School for the Arts and the unique opportunity and support it provides for its students. I believe these young artists are poised to generate change for themselves, their futures, their communities, and our collective future. I hope you will join me in helping to create empowering opportunities for the next generation of artist scholars by supporting the New Mexico School for the Arts.
Wow, thank you so much, Mr. Redford. And you know, what he said. I hope you'll join him in supporting NMSA because... Oh, sorry. Hello? What? Really? Is this a prank call? Wow. Whoa. Thanks. Wait, who is this? Okay, so this is exciting. This guy just said he'd match every $100 gift made in the next 24 hours. Unfortunately, he hung up before I could get his name, but at least he left his credit card number. So I guess we'll just call him Mr. Anonymous. This incredible news means that if you donate $100, it turns into $200, which would be amazing. But you don't have to stop there. Who's to say you couldn't donate more and give $100 for the match? That would be even more amazing and would help us reach our $250,000 ArtSpring goal tonight. Because I think we can agree it goes to a very good cause. And it's easy. All you have to do is click the donate button on your screen. And as I was about to say earlier, I hope you support NMSA because not only are you helping to create tomorrow's artists and citizens, you are also helping to provide a place where every one of us is encouraged to use our voice and explore our talents, a place where we belong. And the other thing I wanted to say on behalf of everyone at NMSA is thank you. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for all that you do in supporting our incredible school. I'd also like to thank all of our generous sponsors.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I am so thankful for everything these students have here on campus. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for everything that you do for us. We are so very grateful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for making this a reality.
Hi, I'm Cindy Montoya, the co-founder of New Mexico School for the Arts and president of the Art Institute.
And I'm Catherine Oppenheimer, co-founder of the school and the Art Institute's chair emeritus.
We are so grateful to you, our most loyal supporters. It's because of you and your commitment to NMSA that the Art Institute was able to pivot and ensure our students had the education they needed, despite this unprecedented year. We have been able to provide 150,000 hours of arts programming to our largest student body, a feat that relied on ingenuity, determination, collaboration, inspiration, and you. Thank you for making our students' art education possible. It's your generosity that generates so many opportunities for our students from across our beautiful state of New Mexico. We hope we can continue to rely on your support as we build dreams for New Mexico's emerging artist scholars.
Tonight, I'm delighted to introduce our first guest and our co-host, New Mexico School for the Arts former board member, current friend, and the inaugural poet laureate of Albuquerque, Hakeem Bellamy.
Thank you, Catherine and Cindy. Welcome to all our very important patrons, partners, parents, and people, all of our VIPs. Pablo Picasso famously said, "Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once we grow up." New Mexico School for the Arts offers a unique opportunity for our youngest and brightest stars to be immersed in an environment of opportunity, discipline, and craft that makes creative excellence the norm rather than the exception, that makes the act of growing up a work of art. And for many students, it's also a place that not only generates possibilities, it deeply impacts and changes lives.
NMSA is the kind of place where everyone is seen as an individual. I think a lot of it starts with getting to know students as people.
When building creative thinkers, we're also building those who know how to question systems and policies and processes, and I think we can all see societal changes asking us to interrogate and evolve what we're up to and how we do what we do. And I think our students are uniquely more prepared for that than anyone because of the constant feedback loop that they have to contend with every day, every afternoon in their arts programming. And I do think our society will be a better place for the few every year we graduate. I just know there's more hope on the horizon.
Being at NMSA has really allowed me to delve deep into the complex reality that I have within myself. And when I'm able to go on stage and actually perform, I'm just a whole different person. It feels almost like a burning in my soul that I can show people, this is what I have to offer, and here I am presenting it to you.
There's a lot of safe spaces at NMSA. I feel like as a freshman and even as a sophomore, it's been very kind of shut off. And because in my prior experiences in school, I never really had a community around me that actually cared about you. And then going to NMSA was very, very kind of almost culture shock, where you're surrounded by people that are interested in the same things as you. I think personally it's just made me open up a lot more.
My daughter was kind of going down a not great path of life before she came to NMSA. She was a little bit of a troublemaker. She was always a very good dancer, but it was like her secret identity. She never really let her friends know about it. But being here in NMSA, slowly she came out of her shell, started making more friends and not feeling so different. She became proud that she was a dancer. The whole NMSA community helps them embrace who they really are. They don't judge a person by where they came from, how they dress, how much money they have. They just bring a whole group of people together and help them create a being. The being that came out of this place that I call my daughter is absolutely amazing.
When my son came to the New Mexico School for the Arts, every day he would come home and tell me new discoveries, new opportunities. He made new friends, and many of them were more mature than he was, and he grew a lot. You know, it makes my heart, I get emotional because it was so beautiful to watch.
Nearly 10 years ago, I was honored to be Albuquerque's first poet laureate. Since then, I've made it my mission to encourage young writers to use their own voices. And tonight, I have the pleasure of introducing a fellow poet, Artemisio Romero y Carver. Arte is not only a poet, he's also a visual artist who has a prodigious talent for painting incandescent pictures with brushes and words. Arte is a visual arts senior this year at New Mexico School for the Arts, and he is also this year's Youth Poet Laureate of Santa Fe. Tonight, he will share his poem, Recipe for Disaster.
My fingers tremble like leaves rustling. I can't believe something so gentle
Could be something that I deserve. I can't say that you're going to leave suddenly. I knew when I met you, we're both going to college. I told myself, I won't let you fall in love with a girl who will probably forget you, and it won't even be her fault. It's important to add a little bit of salt to scrambled eggs before you fry them. Helps with the taste. You can also add a teaspoon of water. Makes them nice and fluffy. I know you don't like your eggs runny, so I'll overcook them just for you. I don't want you to be forever mine. I just want to cook you breakfast one more time.
Thank you for those words, Arte. Love is often a recipe. Our next special guest is renowned for writing a movie that has become an enduring icon in the filmmaking world. This past year, Groundhog Day was evoked around the world as we all came to recognize the sudden redundancy of our daily lives. Often, art imitates life, and this year, life also imitated art. So now, please welcome Santa Fe's own Danny Rubin.
You can't have writer's block as long as you don't care what ideas you're coming up with. How do you come up with something that fills up this blank page? Here's how I think about it. When I write a movie, I think it comes in different stages that are very much like making a person. You start out with conception, the most fun part, then gestation, the pregnancy, then you push it out, that's the birth, then you nurture it, and then finally you let it go. All I'm talking about here today is conception, my favorite part, coming up with stuff, just totally having fun, not putting limits on yourself, not prejudging anything. Anywhere you put your feet down is a good place to start. So I'm here to tell you that there are only 3 things that you need to tell a story. You need a chicken, you need a road, and you need the other side of the road. And don't forget to ask questions all the time. Why did the chicken cross the road? What might a chicken want? How did the chicken cross the road? The purpose of the road is to keep the chicken from getting what they want. Chicken feed is better over there. Or a rooster. That's a classic story. You know, if they don't want anything over there, then you don't have much of a story. If the road is dangerous and your chicken is a brave chicken, it's not that much of a challenge. But what if the chicken is chicken, afraid to cross the road? The bigger the road, the bigger your chicken has to be. The more it has to overcome, that makes it a more interesting chicken. If it requires speed, make her a slow chicken, a one-legged chicken. Maybe you want to include genre into your thinking. Maybe it's a fantasy and a wind comes up and blows the chicken across the road. And it's wonderful and beautiful and everything she ever wanted, but she finds out what she really wants is to go back across the road and go home. She realizes she had the ruby slippers on all along. Or maybe it's a sci-fi. The foxes are coming. We have to get the whole coop across the road. And the chicken invents an illegal zapping machine that can get everyone across the road, but it's against the chicken's religion to use that. Now the road is religious intolerance. You can use this chicken road thing to tell any story about anything at all. A rock. What kind of rock might block somebody from getting to the other side? If it was super chicken, maybe it's a kryptonite rock. Maybe it's an ancient carved relic with a curse. The rock could even be the chicken. What might a rock want? Maybe it's a little pebble wants to be a bigger rock. Basically, there's 3 ways to come up with a story. Lying, you can steal, or you can tell the truth. I think lying is great. There are no barriers. You can say anything you want. You can make up anything you want. You could take a movie you like and transcribe it word for word. That's not really writing, that's just transcribing. But anything that you change starts to make it a little bit yours. You could just change the gender of the chicken. The name is Blonde, Jane Blonde. Every time you change something, part of you comes into it. If you just took a story that you're really familiar with and retold it in your own words, I guarantee you there will be entire things that you leave out, there will be things that you fill in with your own ideas, and it starts to take on an original form. So when you're coming up with ideas, don't block yourself. Even lying isn't lying, even telling the truth isn't telling the truth, even stealing isn't stealing. We're challenging assumptions. We're looking for what's true. We're thinking about things that we care about. We're entering this state of playfulness. We're discovering new ways to connect things to each other. And we're doing it all looking for the ideas that we love. We're looking for love. So are we making art? Who cares? For right now, what you are doing is making an artist. Filling the blank page. Was it ever really blank? Really? All you have to do is scratch the surface. What do you see? Yourself.
I can't think of any place in New Mexico where there are more dedicated and talented artists per square foot than New Mexico School for the Arts. All of those students, just like me, were drawn to their art when they were young. Another person who found that spark at an early age is our next guest, renowned actor and filmmaker. You may have heard of him, Mr. Robert Redford.
This is Robert Redford. The role of art in education played an important role in shaping my life and my career. When I was a young student in the 3rd grade, I loved to draw and tell stories, telling stories through those drawings. I was fortunate to have a teacher who recognized my interest, and she encouraged and supported me, and for all that, I will be grateful. I've seen firsthand the work of New Mexico School for the Arts and the unique opportunity and support it provides for its students. I believe these young artists are poised to generate change for themselves, their futures, their communities, and our collective future. I hope you will join me in helping to create empowering opportunities for the next generation of artist scholars by supporting the New Mexico School for the Arts.
Over so many years, Robert Redford has brought us a universe of richly complex characters, elevating the world of filmmaking and storytelling. I can't think of a better advocate for New Mexico School for the Arts. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for that, Mr. Redford. And also a big thank you to Danny Rubin and Hakeem Bellamy for your passionate support of our school.
Over the years, your generous contributions have helped to generate so many amazing opportunities for our current students, and your continued support will do the same for generations of students to come.